Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and for those that haven't been here for a while, I haven't been here for a while either. I had not been able to come down to my studio because of my ankle. I did have x-rays. It is not broken, and you know, after being away from over a week, it's hard to get back into the groove of things. So thank you to Debbie and Robin for your suggestions. I truly appreciate it. I like Debbie's idea, especially since I kind of came across this notebook as I was coming to my desk, and there was a box of scraps right next to my desk. So I thought, you know what, we're going to listen to Debbie and do some masterboard. I think that will be a good thing to get back into the groove. So, just going to pull out some random things from my scraps here and see what happens. Ooh, I do want to pull out some of these, because remember these, the magazine thingamabobs? Those will be fun. I need to go to the bottom and find some scraps that have been sitting here for a while. That's what I need to do. Use up some scraps. Oh, some map will be good. And there's that random piece. More music. Sweet music. Oh, that one started and not finished. Maybe we'll finish that one. Random piece of music. Hey, piece of napkin. You never know when that might come in handy. Let's see. That I might actually make into a tag at some point. I don't know. Because it's got, I don't like to take off the recycled bit. I like that bit. Don't know why, but I do. Let's see. What's down here? Let's just... Oh, looks like some of Artsology stuff that I ripped down. And some of those. Alright. I'm taking out way more than I'm going to need. I'm aware. I'm aware. Little dictionary with pink on it. Yep, that's pink. Right. And, oh, more scraps. Those will go together scraps, won't they? Ooh, jelly print scraps. We love those. Yep, got way more. Sorry, not sorry. Let's just glue to our heart's content. I've got the windows open. That makes me happy. Because it's only going to get to 82 today. And so we turned off the AC and opened the windows, because at 11 o'clock it was still only 73. And usually it's almost 80 by then. So I was happy about that. Alright, moving all these to... I know, I didn't leave them in the box, but because I can never find them in the box. I usually lose the box. So we're just going to stick those up there. And we got some glue stick. Let's hope it's still sticky, because it's been sitting in the... Yep. It's been sitting in my, because I never remember to put the cover on. So I stick it in this little toothpick holder. He's so cute. My great-grandma used to collect them. So my gram asked me what I wanted, and that's the one I picked. Because why not? Alright, this has the darker edge, so I'm going to use that. So, yes, I've been diagnosed with old. Well, I have a degenerative spur on my ankle, I guess, is what it turned out to be. So I'll have to go see, I guess, a podiatrist, they say. Although in my mind, I'm like, really? Because it's arthritis, and arthritis is going to end up being other places than just my foot. So wouldn't it make sense to see somebody about the arthritis part of it all? This is a, that's the fabric. I have some green fabric like that I made a copy of one time. I don't know why. I just did. This glue is, the cover works better than putting it in a toothpick holder. This is very sticky, thick, gunky glue. Do I have another one over here with a cover? I think so. So I'm not sure how well that's going to work. So how is everybody doing? I miss you guys so much. You know, when I don't put up videos, I don't usually get fresh comments, and I miss comments. I like you guys. I like to, no, that's not the one I want. I'm looking for my gum eraser, but I'm only finding my kneaded eraser. What did I do with my gum eraser? I tried to put it back in there. It's this one. That's a magic eraser. I don't know that that one's going to do the same thing. I don't know that that's going to get glue off like a gum eraser does. Maybe the kneaded one will. I don't know. I know the gum eraser works great. Or I'll just cover it with another piece of paper. Yeah, we'll just do that. That seems easier at this point in my life. Alright, ruler. I do have a ruler. It's just a straight ruler, but that's, oh, I have this one too if I want to have edginess. Somewhere I have my We Are Memory Keepers one, but oh my goodness. So that page is very sticky now. Whew. So I hope you guys are just kind of like crafting along with me and enjoying some chatter. Chatter. If I have anything to talk about, I mean, I've just been home for the last week and a half, and except for work. I did go to work on Wednesday so that we could get the sales tax done and not have to fret about that, because that's the main important thing each month, is to make sure we get that sales tax done. Virginia wants their tax every month. Every month they want it. Every dang month they want their sales tax. So did that, got that out of the way. Even started the next month as far as, you know, inputting the sales and whatnot. I'm a bookkeeper. That's what I do when I'm not arting and crafting. I only have one client though, so I contract myself out for nice people. They have to be really nice and listen when I say things like, you need to keep track of this. If they don't listen, then I usually don't stay. Because I'm not going to fight with a client over what they need to keep records of and whatnot. They want to do their own thing, they can do their own thing. Alright, I have all these bases that I could do collage on one side. I think that's why they're in the box. So, whether we're just doing a masterboard or so it's nice and grungy on this side, so definitely want that side. Nice and grungy. I do want to do some gel printing soon. I've got a celestial journal I'm going to be working on, and I've been trying to think of a twist on it, because I don't want to just do just celestials. I think I have a twist, because for something else I had been researching an artist for another collaboration, which might not happen, but that's okay. I still want to talk about her. Mary Lloyd Wright is who I researched, and she did a lot with the early first writings, or the first languages basically, and also some made-up languages. So I thought maybe I'd incorporate that, you know, some runes and some old markings that are on rocks and stuff like that. So I think I might incorporate some of that into the Celestial Journal, because, I mean, back when they were naming the stars and whatnot, they were essentially also, or, you know, they were interested, you know, I'm wondering if that's even what some of the marks were, because there's like these circle marks, and I'm like, well, they like putting, is that supposed to be the moon, you know? So that intrigued me a little bit, I guess. I guess that's what you could say. All right, what's here? Orange, sure, why not? Just for the fun of it. Oh, we got this little diary. Let's stick that in there. Hopefully I'm still, yeah, I think so. I've got it where I can kind of see it, so you're probably at a little bit of an angle, but that's not the end of the world. I might keep that up a little bit just so that I can put something under it. So yeah, I think that I might do a little twist on that, and I've got some things that I've been doing with it that I think are kind of cool ideas. I just have to, you know, do it. Now I've got all my stencils and stamps I want for it, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get started. I just thought that my first video back, I would do something simple and easy, like some collage, masterboard, whatever. Maybe we'll finish them even, because I've got some fussy cut that I've done. You know, that's what you do when you're in a funk and you're like, I don't know what to do. A masterboard is a good idea too when you're kind of in a funk and you're just not quite sure what you want to do. That's another thing you can do. Just saying. I think I'll put that on top of there somewhere somehow. Maybe that too. Maybe even that. We'll see. Well, now we're going kind of with a fallish theme. Do we want to just go ahead and put an owl on here? Maybe he'll be looking at the book. Now, if I have something like an owl, I probably won't blind cut this. I would probably cut it so that the owl makes sense. I don't want to cut him in half or anything. I'm not Gail. Just kidding! I'm just kidding. We like to tease Gail about cutting off parts of parts and parts of parts. And sometimes I work on more than one thing at a time, you know, like we've got this and that's sort of an orangey color, so I figured I'd do that. Alright, what else do we have? I love this piece right here. I'll put it somewhere. This is kind of grungy and good. This is Artsology. Oh, I need a piece down here, don't I? It's a little big, but that's okay. We'll just make it smaller, and probably too small because that's what happens when you're cutting down stuff or cutting stuff down. You end up cutting too much. You're like, too big, too big, too big. Oh, now it's too small. It's kind of like avocados. You know, not ready, not ready. Ready? Oh, they're bad. You know how avocados go. Can you tell I haven't had anybody to talk to for a while? I mean, my husband's around, but he's generally the one that does most of the talking. You know? So there's that. Oh, kind of got this color thing going on here. Do we want to... It's kind of dark. I don't know. Let's see. This is from Took's Craft Table. Cut this down and just use the words in one part. It's one of her, she's got some font type kits. If you don't find her on Etsy, or you don't find digital on Etsy, then go check out her Ko-fi. And then if you don't find one there, just, you know, that you think that you should be there, just message her. Message her nice things. Nobody go message her mean things like, why are you doing it this way? Or, I can't get it down. Oh, when you're on Ko-fi and you download things, you probably need to have your pop-up enabled. I'm thinking that is part of why some people aren't able to find that. Kind of just want the K. I can do that. So I like fonts. That's probably why I picked this. I like fonts and I cannot lie. Alright, what else have we got over here? We have this dragonfly. He might work nicely on here because he's got the oranges. He needs a little bit off the side here. Oops. Oh no. No, it's fine. I might even accentuate that rip. You know, if I could find anything that I would want to be able to find for that purpose. Like my this and not this one, this one. Here we go. Sometimes when it rips like that, you might want to accentuate that because it's cool. It makes it look more older. I know, older. I'm aware. I know how to talk. I really do. But sometimes I don't want to talk right. Sometimes I want to talk right. Sometimes I will edit a comment I've made 3 times just so that it sounds like I talk right. I don't know. That's not quite the... Well, that orange is okay. Yeah. We'll make it work. Alright. These to the side in case I need something small. What else have we got in this pile? Got some dark blue. Because who doesn't like some random dark blue? I do. Because blue and orange I like together, so why not? Maybe we'll put it over here. And then cut that off later. Put it that way. Might put a label or something there. We'll see. Time will tell. More options. More pieces. The new purple something. Ooh, I like that big 875. That's kind of fun. Too bad this wasn't the original, then I could like make copies of these, but nope, it's not. It's a reproduction. Alright, I also want to do that. See, you don't, if you don't want to, you know, ink every piece you put down, maybe there's just some top pieces you want to ink to put down, or maybe you don't like to ink. If anyone cares, I've already hit my ankle since I've been down here. I didn't put my brace on. I should have put my brace on. Don't know what I was thinking. But it wasn't hurting to walk. It's just finding a place for my foot down here. It is a little more of a struggle. Little struggle. We got some red writing here. Red writing? Red riding horse. Red writing. It's from some kind of a craft project. But I think it's cool. Of course I cut it just too small. Just the right amount too small is what I did. That's alright. We'll make it work. Come on. It's like the same red that's in there. I mean, not that they'll be on the same tag, but hope springs eternal. So what are you guys working on something while you're listening to me chatter? Listening to Miss Chatterbox here? Not Miss Chatterley. That's a different thing. I like that with that green. I'm going to have to do that somewhere. Those are going to have to go on a thing together somewhere. Somewhere. Oh, we got orange. This is from New York Public Library, and I used it in one of my digitals. I think it's pretty cool. But it's also nice just to have for collage bits too. Even if I cut my circles. But that was more to make it look a little old and aged, right? Aged and olded. It's in my Etsy shop and in my Ko-fi shop. Things in my Ko-fi shop cost less, but I do have a fall inspired journal. It's more the colors. There's no actual leaves or anything in it. So, you know, if you want to go check. Then I cover the K. I don't want to cover the K. What about over here? Don't like it with that. It looks pink now. I thought it was orange, but now I'm thinking it might be pink. It's alright. Is there anything over here I want to, it's like a little too much. We might want to break it up a little bit. Maybe. Maybe we do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having big sections of one color, because they might end up on, you know, 2 or 3 different tags anyway. So that's not a big deal. Just need a little piece right here. It's kind of gemmy. Oh, wait, what did I have here that I was maybe going to put over? It's kind of big though. I don't want it in his face, in his head, in his whatever. Maybe we'll, I mean, it could be just a little journal card by itself because it's on thicker paper. So yeah, that's definitely more of a pinky, maybe corally color. Might end up getting covered. We'll see. I just need a little piece. Little piece. We got trees. We got weird green stuff. Oh, here. Maybe this. That's more writing. We already got a lot of writing right there. Got the pink and one of the Maker's Creative collabs from last year. The retro one or whatever. In fact, there's a new Maker's Creative collab coming out this Saturday. You can check it out. I'm not in it because I couldn't get my video done in time. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tear up into his wing, and then on his wing, I'm going to cut clean his wing. Where? Because I don't want to cut off his wing. I had scissors that I brought downstairs with me, but I had been fussy cutting with. There they are. And then I found them. Alright. So yeah, I mentioned I was diagnosed with being old, right? No, actually it's probably osteoarthritis caused from the fall that I had in March. Because what I read was that an injury can then later cause issues. What do I want? I'm gonna look for, oh, let's just find one of these maybe. Those little stickers will be at least, they're words still, but they're bigger words. Or not. Oh, here. Piece of this. And it's a weird, odd shape, which makes me like it more. Okay. Sometimes I don't like weird, odd shapes, and sometimes I do. It depends on the day, the hour, the minute. Yep, it does. There. Bringing in a new color, because, you know, why not? We'll figure out what to do with him in a minute. Alright, so there's one page covered. And where is it? Oh, I've lost it again. Oh well. Alright, let's start a new one. Let's just pick up a random piece. This looks like Artemis. I bet a lot of you have some Artemis in your stash. Usually I do these like the other direction. But then I end up cutting them like this. So, you know, it makes a little more sense to have them go this way. That, I think, might be my porch prints. I'm not sure. There's more orange. Which, this seems to be a pile of orangey stuff right here. So, maybe that's the direction we're going to go. Look at that. Some inky goodness happening here. Some of it's just plain with no words. Some of it has words. I kind of like the lines on the outside edge here. Not that they'll show when I'm done, but... 4 things cannot be hidden. Love, smoke, a pillar of fire, and a man striding across the open bled. What's a bled? Do you know, Kirsten? Is that a Scottish thing? I don't know. Is that an Irish thing? Is that a bled? I know Ken. I don't ken. Ken is no in Scottish. That I know. I know that one little tiny thing. Alright, let's just glue that on there. We'll just glue a random quote on there because it's got pretty colors on it. Okay, I think the terrible, horrible glue is gone now. Okay. I know I could have put it in the trash, but I might want to empty it. I don't know. I mean, if I find a pot to empty glue sticks in, then I'll have like a whole thing to use someday. If I want to put in that kind of effort, which if you know me, I probably don't. This is Louisa Hensel. That's in her dragonfly kit. That's where the other dragonfly came from too. There's several artists that have dragonfly kits. Don't you know? But see, this is orange without being too fall. In fact, dragonflies tend to be summer things. The dog is barking, and I don't know which one. I don't think it's Leo. I think it's one down the road a little more. Or it's Leo responding to the one down the road a little more. I do want to keep that line, don't I? Alright. See, if I do it this way, then I could, well, even if I did the other way, I still had lines to use, but, you know. This is, don't know. It's one of the many people that have some, oh, what's his name? You know, the guy that does the wallpaper and whatnot. I think that's one of his. Pumpkins? No, that definitely makes it fall, so we won't go for straight on pumpkins. But, ooh, look at that. See, there's that blue. Yeah, we're putting that right there. Why not? Could have done the word side, but I didn't. Oh well. Batman smells. Robin laid an egg. Ooh, what about this one? That's kind of bold and same colorish family. Oh, so what have I been doing while I've been just laying around before I realized I needed to stop laying around and actually move and do stuff? I was binge watching Project Runways that I hadn't watched yet. I mean, a little pink with the, it's in the same color range. I mean, is it so terrible? Put it over here. Might make a little more sense over that way. So I watched a couple of the All-Stars, which I probably had already seen. And I watched episodes, I think season 16 must have been when I had stopped watching Project Runway. I don't know, let me think, 16? Oh, I was homeschooling 2 kids, so that could, or 1 kid, maybe 2 kids, at least 1. Because he would have been 15, 16 that year, so that could play a part in why I stopped watching Project Runway in that particular year. I don't know. Well, wait, 2016 was season 16 I think was 2018. Oh no, he would, I don't know. For whatever reason, I just stopped. But look at that, it's got like all the darker orange, the yellowy orange. It's very straight on one side, but oh well, who cares? An apple? Sure, why not? It's got these, it's nice there. Pear. I know it's a pear, I realize. It's seeds. It has seeds. Whatever it is, it has seeds. William Morris, that's his name. That's the name of the guy that I couldn't remember with the wallpaper and whatnot. He might be nice up here. Just random. And maybe go this way because there's some orangey bits on that side. Just random. So collage can be relaxing, so this was a good idea, Debbie. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't put much in the community tabs, but I have put a couple things. So if you're wondering, like, what is she talking about? Where did she say that she wanted ideas on what to do for a video? It's in the community tab. There was no picture, because that would have taken effort. So I was just giving you guys a heads up that hopefully I'll be back soon. Hoping to be back soon. Yep, that's the deal. That would be perfect somewhere. Where? I don't know. Just put stuff down. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a nice little piece of gel plate. And then we got some painted book page. We like that. That's always nice. Whoops, I covered up the, oh well. That's what happens. Things get covered up. And then, of course, you know, the architecture piece does not, right? That's alright. Or maybe it will a little bit, like if I put this random piece right here. Just because it's been sitting there a while and needs a home. And I like the colors. I should play with these colors again. It's got like this army green, which probably happened from mixing yellow with the blue and the quinacridone orange and just some burgundy and then black spots and whatnot. I like that piece. I do. It's timeless. Should we just put that over that? I mean, they're from the same kit, but I don't know. We'll hold on to that. I'm thinking, see, once you see something somewhere for a little while, then it looks like it belongs. You know, like I've stuck that crown up there for a few minutes and I was like, yep, I kind of like it there. Kind of makes sense. Alright, we got some, I need to put this with fall stuff, don't I? I don't need to. See, these are orange, but they don't have to be fall. And then over here is more pink and green type stuff. See this? Some grungy paper. That. Sure, put that piece there. Yeah, I tend to take digital kits and just tear them up. It's supposed to be a pocket. Well, too bad. It's not a pocket anymore. Now it's a scrap to use in a whatchamacallit thing. Just all the, it's just what I do. Take it all apart and put it back together again. The masters, the material, every purple label. Why not? I don't know what the purple labels were. Were those records? Maybe, because I think there was a phonograph on the other side. Yeah, this thing. That's probably what the purple labels are referring to. A little more orange over here, or are we kind of orange heavy? How about, see, that pink and that pink are similar. And you know what? It's all cool. Well, that's what made me think of the Project Runway, because they did, in the one season, what season am I on? Is it 18, 19? Whichever one was after COVID. And they're doing the cool versus the warm. So every time I mention cool colors, I'm like, oh yeah, Project Runway. I was watching that. I'm only on like episode 1 of that season, actually. Here we go. And it's got a little bit of, it's pink, but it still has some yellow ochre in there too. Just for interest. So look at that. All wet and gluey. So we're not cutting it quite yet. Should we do another one? How are we on time? Look at that. 2 masterboards done in 30 minutes. I was tagged to do a masterboard at some point. And then I don't remember who it is or what the parameters were. So, but this is probably the first time I've done a masterboard since I was tagged to do a masterboard. So there you go. I don't know. Was it Candace? I can't remember who it was. And I was trying to keep it in my notifications, you know, when someone tags you. And they kind of like expire at some point, whether you want them to or not. Alright, now fake money. This is not Monopoly. This was, oh, I forget the name of that. It was weird. Weird kind of game, but it was retro. It was vintage, and I was like, ooh, yeah, let's get a vintage game and play with that. That'll be fun. I do have, well, not all of them because I've used some of them, but a Monopoly set from the 1950s. Comes in a smaller box, which is interesting. I'm keeping this little bit of pink that's on the edge there. Ah! There we go. I'll just put it on this edge over here. And then if there's something pink that I want to put on that page, I can put it over there. Ooh, what color is it? This has like interesting, it's kind of a pinky orangey kind of a color. Maybe even put it there. Why not? Do we, I mean, we can always add gesso labels, whatever, to bits that we don't like. And a lot of times you only see the very edge anyway. Like if you watched Gail this morning, and then she put her nice little fabric thingies over you only saw the color on the very outside. I mean, you see more when you flip it up. But still, you know, it's not a lot. Let's just put this label on here. I don't remember where these labels came from. There was a bunch of labels that a gal sells on, although you could just look them up, you know, digital labels, whatnot. They're interesting to have in your repertoire. I need something to bring that green in, because for some strange reason I decided to just put that random green there. Alright, since this is a half page, I'm going to guess that this is probably, even though it has the same similar flowers as Sherry's stuff, I think it's Deb's Artsology. Because, you know, when people use public domain stuff, you're going to see it in more than just one place. Don't know where these public domain flowers are. I can never find them. But, you know, they're around somewhere. Might just go ahead and do that whole piece right. Well, I was going to do it to the edge, but maybe not to the edge. It's alright. Because if it gets cut this way, then it's going to be on 2 cards. That's how I see it. I know I'm rambling, but that way you know I'm still here. You know, I'm still here, guys. I'm still here chatting with you. I'm still here for you. I'm still here to do random things like put some Russian blue words up here where it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm here for that. And then maybe some random red Not near the green though, because if I put it near the green, then it'll just look like Christmas. Even though there's roses, I think it still might. See, we have the berries there. Random, random, random. I like random sometimes. Like here's a nice little grungy piece, which is super random, but I don't know. Tones it down a little maybe? I don't know. A little, not sure if it's some actual writing or semic writing, but looks cool. And, whoops, we've got this little random piece. This little random piece. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That little random piece, which is just gonna cover up half of what I just put there, but that's okay. What about this little random piece? I like it over there. Alright, let's cut it in half. Yes, I can make a song out of anything. It doesn't have to like be the words from that song. It can just have the same amount of syllables for that song. You know, like this little random piece. It just can. That's a neat piece. Let's see, that could probably be a piece that stands on its own. Here's a nice neutral to break up some of this whatever is going on here. Let's see. Sure, we'll just keep it that big. It's okay. It's alright. Oops. Sticking, sticking, sticking. Covered up a lot of that one there, but that's alright. So we got kind of weird stuff going on over here, but when we cut it up, it'll be different. Alright. Oh, look at that. More random kind of stuff. What's this little piece? Nope, don't need that little piece. Just that little piece. Won't really work. There's a neutral piece. See, these, Sudetta Artsology has like this group of just miscellaneous things, and then I did them 2 to a page, and that's where a lot of these were. Then there's some doodliness. Doesn't really work here. What about this one? This one seems like it might kind of sort of work somewhere because of the green. Well, it's a different green, but it's would that be weird to just cover up the word after I just put the label on there? Maybe. We'll save it. It'll happen somewhere. I just need a little something here. Just a little. It's starting to warm up, people. The AC may end up on after all, but I'm trying as long as I can. I'm trying to go as long. Oh, there's a breeze. Okay. If it's warm, but there's a breeze, I can handle it. Alright, there's a lot going on right there, so I will probably end up putting a label or something there. Or sometimes just a cut circle. It's a circle. Do, 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 do. A circle of what? I don't know, but something. Something. Maybe music? Oh, no, it's not big enough. Oh, surprisingly, it is big enough. It's a little busy though. That one's less busy. It's not quite. It's not right though. Maybe something more in the red. Sometimes I will do that. I will just take a piece and make it a circle and use it. So far, nothing is hitting my jam. The jam is not spreading. The jam's just sitting in the jar. Whoops. Ooh, I could do this one next. I've got pieces for it. Basically, it's a piece of a digital all cut up, and then I would just like put other pieces in between it. In fact, that might be a piece that would work. And what else? It's got some red. Alright, want to do that next? So yeah, that's how I might fix that, is with a circle of some sort. Circle with a line going through it? Probably not. Well, unless it works for that. But see, even you see a darker piece already made a difference as far as, you know, shows up. But I don't know. Oh, I don't know. We could just put a giant piece over the whole thing. You never know what I'll do. Well, I'll turn the page is what I'll do. I kind of want to play with this piece here. So this was one journal page that I basically ripped up. And then I'm going to turn it into a new journal page. It was probably like a portrait size one. And I'm like, well, how am I going to use that in a journal? So, just going to take these pieces. And, randomly put them down. Take some of these pieces and randomly put them down. I just like the colors together. Because there's that color right there on that digital. So I was like, ooh, yeah, that'll work. That'll work nicely. And we got some snowflakes. I've been trying to figure out some ideas for, did you call the police? It's what it says, the words right there. For some winter, oh, I just covered up that bird. That kind of defeats the purpose of the bird. We'll keep the bird. Something will go there somehow. For winter, stencils. I'm going to have one idea. But see, I'm not very good at drawing and whatnot. I'm more of a doodler. And so, I just want something that might be fun and cool for... I will cover up the "Did you call the police?" So yeah, I want to make some winter stencils, but that can be used for anything. Like I don't want to necessarily do Christmas stencils or whatever. I want winter. So I have the one idea, and we'll see how that turns out. Oh, this is already gluey. Should put it somewhere. A little snowflake down. And there's already, like, you know, plenty of snowflake ones and stuff like that. So I don't want to do that. This is interesting. It's got a little bit of the colors somewhat. Do I have any more of this, this digital left? I think I have a few pieces. Just being random. Trying not to think. Although sometimes the more I try not to think, the more stressful it actually gets. Don't know why. It just does. It's supposed to, it's the whole point of being random and not overthinking it is so that it's less stressful. But I find a way to make it more stressful. Yes, I do. Really good at that. How do I feel about this blue coming in here? Don't know. Let's see. Ooh, that would be nice if I know where that is. Part of the reason I have so much scraps is because I will print them specifically for things like this. That got wet. That's alright. This is from my digital kit, and I'm thinking might go nicely in here, even though it got actual wet at some point. And this is well, it's inexpensive on Etsy, and I think it's free on Ko-fi. It was my 1,000 subby. You know, instead of drawing a name and one person winning, you all won because I made that digital. I just reached 1,500 subscribers, so thank you to all the beautiful people who have subscribed in the last, January is when I reached 1,000. So it's taken me another, you know, somebody else do the math, to get to 1,500. But that's not too bad. I mean, you know, you grow how you grow, and part of the reason I even got to 1,000 probably was because I did the video where I did the cleaning, which was cool. I loved that I was able to, well, probably going to have to do some more of that in the near future because things are needing some, what's the word? Some refreshing, some, I need to do it again. Let's put it that way. It's time for another declutter, which might not happen on video, but it might happen in September time frame because I'm in this group for, it's a paid course is what it is. It is Take Your House Back, and they have an all-day, oh, now that looks, I just realized on this there are lines, and in my brain, for my brain's sake, those lines have to be straight on the page. That's, sorry, that's how my brain is. And some of you who have a similar brain were probably hoping I would notice that and fix it. So there you go. What was I talking about? Anybody know? Bueller? No, seriously, what was I talking about? I was talking about something. I was going on and rambling about it. Let's see, I started talking about stencils. And then I was talking about, don't know what. I'm losing my mind. Lose your freaking mind. Ooh, that's not bad. That's from, so I'll watch it back and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. And I might even put a pinned post finishing the thought if I didn't finish a thought. Because I know how frustrating that can be for people. And I'm, you know, I'm real bad about that, finishing thoughts. It's I get distracted easily, in case you didn't notice. That would be interesting right about there. Even though I cover that snowflake. Whoops, well, it was going to be interesting and then I ripped it. That's alright, how low can we go? How low can you go? How low can you go? I think I had, did I have another snowflake I could stick on here somewhere? Nope, I've got a splash. Got a little bit of this blue in case it's too busy somewhere, but I think we're okay. I mean, this is the darker side apparently. But it'll be interesting. He'll be a tag all on his own. I know. Now they're dry. Let's see. Are they pretty much dry? Can we cut one out? Oh, where are we? Let's see. Oh, 48. Oh, okay, good. We'll cut one out. And it's not going to be a blind cut only because, or at least this part's not. Because I've got that owl. So, he might not be looking at the book after all, but. So. I do want to keep as much as that. Cuts off a little bit. That's alright. And I'm going to cut off right above his head so that then we have a journal card. Got a little gesso on there. That's okay. And we have this. Wonder if I want to leave that on there. I'm going to leave it on there for now because if it goes in a grungy journal, I might want that. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this edge. And kind of cut off this edge just because then it gets all the edges off and gives me a sharper corner. Well, anyway, it'll get cut eventually anyway. This is still wet, by the way. I've been here for 48 minutes. This has been done for, I'm doing these at 3 inches. I'm going to do this one at, we'll turn it this way and do it at 3 inches. And then we'll have funny little tags with funny little ruffly things on the edge or on the side or that. Look about halfway, give or take. Just random, not even measuring. Alright, so there's one. And usually I cut this off, but just don't want to today. And that could be the top of a tag or journal card. And then this is a big tall one. Or it could be a pocket. I did end up cutting the book, but that's okay. I don't care. Should we cut another one, or should we go ahead and see if there's anything we could put on these? I did do some fussy cutting. Let's decorate a couple. Oh, and I'm going to be hopefully doing a digital kit with these. I love, love, love these. They said they were not AI, because I'm trying not to use AI if I can help it. But look how beautiful they are. And I'm like, oh, I got to figure out some pages for those, or do something, even if it's even if it's just ephemera. That's the word I'm trying to say. Even if it's just tags and journal cards and pockets and whatnot, if I don't have background pages. But I think I can come up with some background pages that are similar, have similar colors. So, what about a big mushroom with the owl? Like he's way in the background in this, you know, you got your perception of the mushroom right up front. Maybe. Perspective. Perception, perspective. I think I was trying to say perspective and not perception. But words are hard. I don't know if you've heard that before or if you've noticed that in your own life, that words are hard. We could do more than one mushroom on any of these. These were some watercolor mushrooms I found on Dreams Time is what I use. See, I don't want to cover my 875. I like the 875. Oh, we have that blue up there. Do we want to bring the blue down a little bit and just do this big giant flower down here? I don't hate that because the blue, and he kind of pops out of the flower. What do you think? Do you approve or disapprove? You can tell me either way. I don't care. I'm over 50. I've given up caring about what other people think, you know. I'm just going to sit here in my own little world and just be me. Not always the easiest thing to do, but it's the only thing I know how to do, is just be myself. Wait, is that how I had it? Oh, or do I want it to go that way? I don't know. This way looks like it's going up, but I want it to touch the things. I want it to connect the price with the owl, with the... There. He's got... That must be gesso or something on his face, but we don't care. It's all good. Ooh, nice fat mushroom for right there. Do we love it? We love it, don't we? It's just using up some fussy cuts that I just cut. Well, just purchased too. I do a subscription through Dreams Time, so I have like a lot of credits right now because I haven't done anything lately with it. But and I probably spend more on that than I actually make, which is a little sad. But it means I don't have to pay taxes because I write that off, and that ends up being, for this year, probably will cover my what I sold. Who knows? All right, nice big giant mushroom. I like big. All right, this one's tall. How about? Ooh, we got this butterfly. Oh, I like the butterfly up there, maybe. Could have a couple mushrooms. They don't have to be matchy. Thing is, I don't want to have to like cut that part out, so I'm like, hide that. That'd be kind of cool. And then a butterfly up here. Do we like that? You know, we're gonna pretend like we like it. And then we're gonna cover that white spot because we just don't want to have to cut it out. That's what we do. Well, also, I can do this. Make it practically the color of the page behind it. Because, you know, who's going to know that I didn't cut it if it's like the same color? And carefully cut out my I'm going to ink it first and then cut it. Alright. Going to cut here. She says as she gets stuff out of her way. Alright, Fingers crossed that we don't just cut off the antenna. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we do, but that was not my intention. Now you see why I inked it before I tried to cut it, because afterwards it's practically impossible to ink. So that's, if you want to keep the antennae, then I suggest you keep them together and then ink them and then cut them. That way, you know, they don't get torn off in the, they're less likely to get torn off. Let's put it that way. I can't guarantee they won't get torn off. And adjust the antennae while the glue's still wet. There we go. Got a tall, whoops, mushroom tag. Oh. That is flipping out the wrong way. There we go. See, now it doesn't matter as much. Although I had this kind of in front of it, didn't I? Kind of like that. It was behind it, but in front of it. Don't know how a mushroom would do that, but this one's doing it. It's behind it and it's in front of it. Just to confound people. There we go. Hey, I cut up mushrooms yesterday, so we're using mushrooms today. That's how it goes. See, and the reason I like to use this paper is it's a little aged looking to begin with, and then I have lines on the back of my tags. So that is fun. Fun till the day is done. Well, see, this orange here makes that orange blended, but we have this red up here. So what do we have that might be more of that? Oh, and my younger son, he was watching me cut a flower the other day, and he was like, you should put that, you should record that. I'm like, what? He's like, it's really relaxing. I'm like, well, it must be relaxing for a different audience than on watching the videos, because usually people do not like watching us fussy cut. So there must be just like a select audience of people that will like watching the fussy cutting happening. So I thought, well, maybe I'll make some shorts, and then if nothing else, my son can watch it, you know. I know that's upside down. I don't really care. It's just, it's that pink up there. And pink and orange can work together. What else do we have? Got this flower, this rose. Got that rose. See, this has a little bit of yellow in it. There's another one. Oh, how about the owl? Ooh. Does he stand out enough? That's the question. He's so pretty though, isn't he? I love him. I love him, Mother. I love him. How about a fox? Did we already say there's too much orange? We might have already said that. Some of my animals ended up being super small. This was what I was cutting out when my son was like, that's so relaxing. That would just cover up the whole tag. It is similar to that color up there. If I could have some of the, this one's more orangey. It's too big. Too big, too small. Make up your mind, people. I did a lot of fussy. This is all fussy cutting I did yesterday, in case you're wondering. Oh, him. I did cut him out. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, love these. I love, love, love these. They said they were watercolor vector. I think they're supposed to say if they're AI generated, and they did not say that they were AI generated, but they really do look like they were AI generated. But it didn't say they were. So, do I believe them and go with that? Oh, he's kind of cute on there. Is that sort of, it's in the same color range. I kind of like him on there. I could put a word or something down here. Alright, we're doing it. Just gonna ink up my edges, my whites, so they're not quite so white. But yeah, they're kind of hard to cut out because there's like little, so you miss out on the drips and drabs and the whatnot. I want him over just a little bit, like, yeah, I think he works. I don't know, he's a bunny, he's cute. I feel like they just work just about anywhere. There we go. Sticking stuff to other stuff. Yep, that's what we do here. We stick measuring we don't do here, except for occasionally, and then usually I regret it. But things like whatever I just said, we definitely do here. Things like just gluing stuff to other stuff. We do that here. Alright, now, because that yellow is there, that kind of makes that work alright. And then that little bit coming down from that actually is not bad. Let's ink that up a little bit. Oh, the infamous drink. Did I mention that I spilled my drink right before I was about to turn on the camera? Yeah. Well, actually, no, it wasn't right before. It was, I was getting something over behind my thing, and then when I came back to my desk, I realized that, so we got little words on there. It's okay. I realized that my drink had spilled when I turned my chair around. Because my drink was like here on the edge of the desk. Because I'm kind of dumb that way sometimes. Some of the words from the page got on there. I could try to wipe that off, but I kind of think it's cool looking and grungy and goes with my aesthetic. Alright, what else? Do we have any others to decorate? Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5th piece we can decorate. 5. Did we only get 5 pieces out of that masterboard? Seems like there was more. I usually find them after I turn the camera off, honestly. To be honest. What do we think? Is it too easy, too simple? Could do a little, because we do have some color happening, but this is too hides. It hides. Oh, the kitty poke out. We love him. Should we do the kitty? Just because we haven't done a kitty in a while. He's orange. See the bear? He's so sweet. Alright. Oh, this is the other flower that I love. This is a little too big for that. He might work nicely on here. Or what about him? He's in a tree though, so he can go up higher. No, we're just going to put the kitty on there. He is saying hi and making us all happy, right? You see, I just kind of randomly go around the edges when I have a furry. Like that. That way he looks furry, but he's... I don't want to have to cut him off anywhere, let's see. Or her. And there we go. We'll put something here. Hold on. I'm gonna, before the glue dries, we will find something. I had some washi tape right here, which could work. Here, the stuff that came from your creative studio with the trains. Got a little wet, I'll say. But, looks like a good color. Looks like similar color to that diary. So, seems like we don't want it under him. We want it to look like he's sitting on the floor, but we want it up a little bit so that it, because you know, you see the floor to the walls. You don't see just, I don't know. Am I making any sense? Go watch Carrie's video. He has a whole video on grounding your or giving a place for your focal point to stand or whatever. But, yeah, that was a good piece. He's so cute. Alright. Go ahead and make this one attack. Ow! Alright, so if you get one of these, make sure you don't like stick your thumb in there and pinch it. My word. Like, I need more pain. I've had enough pain the last 2 weeks. Last at least another 2 weeks. Where? Here. I think I want to round these. Do a 1/4 inch. Because 1/4 inch just works better. The 1/2 inch side kind of irritates me sometimes. This one, well, as much as it irritates me, I think I will just do this corner. It's still a little wet. After all this time, it's still, the glue is still a little wet. And then that can be a pocket on the side of a page, you know. And this can be all frilly off of here. We can even like grunge it up a little bit. Have some tear off would be not the horriblest thing in the world. Alright, this one, I think I'll do the 1/4. Oh my goodness. Yes, things are not put away, as you can tell. Alright, so this one did little corners but left the roughly edge over here. Just kind of grunge it up a little bit more on the edges there. See? Isn't that nice? And then you can ink. You don't have to ink. And it's unique. Nobody has a piece like this. Well, first of all, because that's jelly print and nobody can have that exactly the same, and that's a jelly print, but alright, did I have another one? This one. What do I want to do with this one? I might want to round the bottoms. And then we have the frilly part at the top, like we just did. And I might want to put a label there. The problem is, I don't know where there's labels right now, but antiseptic, maybe not. He's cute though, isn't he? I think he's cute. He's pretty dang cute. What is this? That is a ticket. That is a ticket that goes that way. What is this? This is, oh, some pieces that I grunged up. What is this? Could be a place to write a little something. Just to, I don't want to cover that up too much, but what if we just put that right there? And then somebody could put something, we could write a word on the front or something of some sort. I don't know. I just needed something down there to break up the space. Is what I'm thinking. And because it is a nice area right there. Still got some of the orange showing. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll put a word up here too. We'll see. Time will tell when I put it. Alright, was that all of them? I only had 5? 1, 2, I guess so. So out of one page we got 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll get 5 or 6 out of all the others too. So I might keep playing, or I might go print out some more stuff and do more fussy cutting. Who knows? Anyway, I love you guys. Hope you have a delightful day. Bye!